All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh, by Shemal Shai, by Shubakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now, this is an update on what's going on in California. The Lord melts in that place, and that's just a sign of prophecies. And the scriptures say, if I've come to send fire on earth, what will life be already kindled? It looks like California gonna be on fire when Yahweh Shai come back, man. Yahweh Ratazah, you know. But that's an example of that prophecy right there, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, and then I'm gonna bring out some scriptures.
Just moments ago, as has been stated by numerous legal scholars, I have the
At least 66 people have now died and more than 600 remain missing as wildfires continue to ravage California. Three are major wildfires burning at north of Sacramento and west of Los Angeles. And last Friday, the Camp Fire in Northern California engulfed the town of Paradise, leaving an apocalyptic landscape in its wake. There it is. The Camp Fire is now California's deadliest and most destructive fire in the state's history. Look at this. It's like after World War II.
When Yahweh Shai destroy America, everything is going to be desolate. Everything will be turned into smoke. So, they giving this is an example of what's to come, man. For the wickedness that, that these nations have done to Israel. Because, the Lord not only getting Esau back, he getting the rest of the nations back too, man. And this isn't only going on in America. This is going on in different parts of the world.
There. President Trump is set to tour the area tomorrow and had this to say in an interview with Fox.
California, the purpose of your trip tomorrow?
Just to see the firefighters. Nobody's ever seen what's going on over there. And now they're saying it could be as many as 600. This just came out before we met. It could be as many as 600 people killed, up by 400. It's incredible what's going on, and burned beyond recognition. They can't even see the bodies. It's incredible.
Well, for the latest, I'm joined on the phone by the mayor of Chico, California, Sean Morgan. Mr. Mayor, what are we dealing with there?
Chris, you just said it. It's catastrophic. No one's seen anything like it before. I don't even know how to describe it. You said it looks like the aftermath of World War II. The analogy I made to someone the other day, I was talking to the BBC, and I'd seen pictures of when London was bombed after World War II with St. Paul's Cathedral standing up. That's what it looks like.
Well, what's it like when it strikes? Because we hear about people getting killed, and most of us are used to fires that move, well, not at a human pace. They don't usually catch up to people if they really get a jump on it. That doesn't seem to be the case. And tell us what happens to people when they get caught up in this inferno.
Well, you end up seeing your clip on what the president just said. You end up with a lot of dead people. The fire was moving at a rate of almost 800 yards a minute. The inferno wasn't that fast, but it was jumping that quickly. So there were people that didn't get out. What's extraordinary is 50,000 people evacuated, 63 dead so far. I'm surprised the number's not higher. They did an amazing job getting people out of that town.
Well, so let's talk about the people who escaped and are in your town of Chico, right? Your city of Chico, right? What do you have? How do you handle, 50,000 people have just come?
Yeah, we don't know exactly how many are here, and Chris, we've got a small humanitarian crisis here. We're a very compassionate community. There's people in homes, there's people in sanctioned shelters, there's people in unsanctioned shelters, there's people in parking lots. And when I say we've got somewhat of a humanitarian crisis, we've got the norovirus breaking out in some of the shelters, and FEMA and California OES is just starting to get a handle on that as we move more and more people into proper shelters.
What are you going to ask the president when you meet him tomorrow? If you could meet him tomorrow?
Well, Well, I don't know if I'm going to get to meet him. I don't know what I'd ask him. I'm going to give him a Paradise football ball cap and ask if he'd wear it in honor of the football team. And I'm going to say, hey, thanks for coming. Because, Chris, you know what? We don't get national politicians in Northern California in the rural valley. The governors don't come up here. The presidents don't come up here. So the fact that people are paying attention and we're getting the full cooperation of the federal and state government is huge to the citizens of Paradise.
What do you want to ask for the American people to do right now? I want to give you a chance to make a pitch for help.
If I can make a pitch for help, God, wow, what a great question. Thank you so much. I got two things. Number one, I'm going to ask for continued prayer because that's what we need. And then number two, the town of Paradise needs hope and it needs money to rebuild. And the best two places to do that are the North Valley Community Foundation, nvcf.org, and Golden Valley Bank. They're both local institutions. Golden Valley Bank, you can find it online. All that money will go to the victims of the fire. It's not going anywhere else. It's not going to admin. It'll go directly to rebuilding a fantastic town that right now is part of our city. And we're happy to have them, but we're also anxious to get them back where they want to be.
And what was that? Just give me that address again for people that didn't hear it, didn't write it down.
So North Valley Community Foundation is nvcf.org. nvcf.org, locally run, very, very well run. I know the executive director. The other one is our local community bank, Golden Valley Bank, and ChicoCalifornia.com. They've got a donate button right on the front page, and they've been here for years. They will make sure all those donations go to the right places and don't get sucked up in the admin and other things.
Well, I've learned over the years that the hardball viewers, a lot of them respond to these pleas, and I think you'll get some response, and it looks like you need some. Look at these pictures. Thanks so much, Sean Morgan, Mayor of Chico.
Hey, thank you for helping spread the message, Chris. We appreciate what you're doing.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Verse 8, it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Right. So, America is on his way out, so to speak. The Lord is ending his kingdom, and he's showing us through these plagues, man. He said it looks like World War II. Wait till you get a load of World War III, man. This whole place, America is gonna be turned desolate, man. Made into a wilderness, man. So this is just the prophecies, showing you small examples to a certain degree. This next scripture is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16. Verse 15, it says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Right, because ultimately America going to be destroyed. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returns not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Right, and this is one of the plagues. You hear how they keep saying, how fast the fire is going. I watched another one where it says breaking records. Last year, 2017, it was very bad. It broke a record. Now this is 2018, and it's worse than 2017. It says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? Right, when everything really start to kick off, man, you people, ain't gonna have no deliverance, man, unless you with the Lord. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Right, so, let me see. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge. Right. So, the times that we living in, everything is finna turn up times 100, man. And Jake, I'm still not going to adhere to these being prophecies. What you see on the news is prophecy. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire, and that's what you see right here, man. That's a spirit, man. The Lord put the spirit, the Lord gave his angels commandments to burn California up. So they can't put out them fires. That's why so many of them happening at one time. The Lord not letting them put out them fires. You know, whether or not Esau doing it himself, starting these fires, the Lord still not going to let him put the fire out. Because it's to bring to pass prophecy. So, you know, if, you know, there was people setting these fires, they doing it to the destruction of America. And they don't even realize that. It says fire and hell and famine and death. And you see a lot of death going on. And I guarantee you them people ain't got nothing to eat over there. So, you know, that's like an example of famine. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Right. So them spirits were created to kill people, and they not transgressing the Lord's word because there's so many people dying. You know, they just, you know how America do. They're not going to report the actual number, and it's, I guarantee you, still people that they haven't even found yet. Give me 1 second. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 11. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Right, and the reason why I brought up this scripture is because it says pestilence. You got fires going on, you know, and these people are being relocated to tents, and in the tents, they're catching diseases, man. And that's pestilence. So the Lord is really jacking them up, man. They living in miseries, man. Why? Because of what they did to the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, man. They got to pay for that wickedness that they have done to us, you know. The Lord even destroying them sellouts, hiding places, you know, their homes, you know, where they stay up. What's the specific town? I think it was Malibu, California. You know, they got a specific town where a lot of them actors and stars stay at. The Lord destroying their homes. You know, that's what they get. This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 16. It says, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Right. And, you know, dude said, pray, you know, pray for us, you know. And the Lord ain't trying to hit none of them prayers, man, that, you know, you people sending up. And then, you know, dude, it sound like a straight up Edomite. Edomites can't be delivered, can't be saved. So, you know, y'all dying. You know, ain't no point, question, nothing about that. You ain't to think twice about that. And for the Israelites that's getting killed over there, the Lord said, don't pray for them. You know, because they wicked, man. Whoever getting destroyed by, you know, fire like that is a wicked individual, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 14, it says, "Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble." Right? So the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans that caught up into this, got caught up in them fires, man, they were wicked, man, you know, because they didn't want to hear the gospel. We all over, you know, through the spirit and power of Hashem Shai, we have the videos up on the internet, man. You can't ever turn on YouTube and not see a video from a GMS camp or if a camp not in GMS. You know, they you always gonna hear something about an Israelite. So, you know, that's judgment, you know. But you know, with that being said, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, by Shema Karkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.